In March 2025, a demo video started circulating online. It showed an AI being given a single instruction: screen these job applications and rank the best candidates. No follow-up prompts, no step-by-step guidance. The AI opened the files, read every resume, applied the criteria, ranked the candidates, and delivered a finished report, completely on its own. The AI community lost its mind. Jack Dorsey endorsed it publicly. Reddit threads comparing it to the DeepSeek moment flooded the front page. The Manus Discord hit 186,000 members in days. By December 2025, 9 months after that demo, Meta had acquired the company behind it for $2 billion. That tool is called Manus AI, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly what it is, what it can actually do, and whether it is worth your time. Let me start with the most important thing to understand about Manus, which is the fundamental difference between what it does and what every other AI tool you have used does. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok. All of these are conversational AI tools. They are incredibly smart and incredibly useful, but they work the same way. You ask, they answer. You prompt, they respond. The entire interaction happens in a chat window, and the output is always text that you then have to go and do something with. Manus is built differently. The name comes from the Latin word for hand. That is not an accident. The philosophy behind Manus is that AI should not just have a brain, it should have hands. When you give Manus a goal, it does not give you instructions on how to achieve it. It goes and achieves it for you. It opens a browser, navigates websites, extracts information, writes and runs code, creates files, fills out forms, and delivers you a finished result. You are not directing it at every step. You give it the objective and it figures out everything in between. The technical term for what Manus does is autonomous task execution. It uses a multi-agent architecture, meaning multiple specialized AI agents working together, each handling a specific part of the task. One agent browses the web, another writes and executes code, another handles data analysis, another creates documents. They coordinate behind the scenes while you do something else entirely. Manus has access to 29 different tools internally. And here is something most people do not know. The primary language model powering Manus under the hood is Claude from Anthropic, combined with fine-tuned versions of Qwen for specific tasks. So when you are using Manus, you are in a sense using Claude, but with the ability to actually take actions in the world rather than just generate text. Let me give you concrete examples of what this looks like in practice, because the description only goes so far. In one widely shared test, a user asked Manus to plan a 10-day trip to Japan in April, focused on cherry blossom season. They gave it that single instruction and walked away. About 4 minutes later, they came back to a complete itinerary. Flights with prices and booking links, hotels ranked by location and cost, a day-by-day schedule, notes on train routes between cities, and an estimated total budget. The user did nothing except describe the goal. Another user asked Manus to build a Google CEO simulator game from scratch. About an hour later, they had a working, playable game. Someone else asked it to conduct a market analysis of project management tools and produce a report. Manus delivered an 8-page analysis with a price comparison table, feature matrix, and source references in 15 minutes. These are not cherry-picked edge cases. They are representative of what Manus does well: multi-step tasks that require gathering information from multiple places, synthesizing it, and producing a structured output. The other thing that makes Manus different from competing tools is what happens while it is working. Most AI agents operate in what you could call a black box. You give a command and wait, with no visibility into what is actually happening. Manus has a live computer dashboard that streams the agent's actions in real time. You can watch it browse websites, see which pages it opens, observe what searches it runs, watch it copy snippets and compile information. If you want to intervene, to redirect it, to tell it a source is not relevant, to add a constraint you forgot to mention, you can do that at any point without starting over. You can also switch to a developer-style view that shows the agent's workspace as files, logs, and scripts, updating in real time. It is genuinely unlike anything else in this space right now. So how do you get started? Go to Manus.im and create a free account. The free plan gives you 1,000 starter credits that never expire, plus 300 credits that refresh every day. This is enough to run a meaningful number of tasks and get a real feel for what the tool can do. When you create a task, the important thing to know is that there are two modes. Chat mode is completely free and works like a standard AI assistant. Quick questions, simple requests, back and forth conversation. No credits consumed. Agent mode is where Manus earns its reputation. This is the autonomous execution mode where it actually takes over and does the work for you. Agent mode consumes credits, and the more complex your task, the more credits it uses. Speaking of which, let me be honest with you about the credit system because it is the most controversial aspect of Manus, and you deserve to know the reality before you spend any money. The free tier is genuinely useful for testing, but it is not unlimited. A complex research task can consume anywhere from 500 to 900 credits. That means the free starter allocation of 1,000 credits might realistically get you through 1 or 2 demanding tasks. On the paid side, plans start at around $20 a month for 4,000 credits. The honest math on that is roughly 4 to 8 complex tasks per month, depending on what you are doing, which is either great value or insufficient depending on your workflow. The frustrating part that many users flag is that Manus does not always tell you exactly how many credits a task will use before you start it. Though the dashboard does provide estimates and you can review similar past tasks as a guide. If you are going to use this tool regularly, my advice is to start with the free tier, run a few tasks, see how many credits they consume, and then decide whether the paid tier makes sense for your specific use case. Now I want to flag the limitations honestly because this is a video about what Manus actually is, not a sales pitch. First, complex multivariable tasks can be inconsistent. Manus is genuinely excellent at research, analysis, content generation, and web automation. It is less reliable on tasks that require nuanced conditional logic, situations where the outcome depends on many branching possibilities. Second, when a task fails or gets stuck in a loop, credits are still consumed. You can lose part of your monthly allocation on an incomplete output. Third, after the Meta acquisition, some users raised data privacy concerns about their information now sitting on Meta infrastructure. Whether that is a deal breaker is a personal call, but it is worth knowing. Which brings us to the acquisition itself and what it means for you as a user. In December 2025, Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, acquired Manus for over $2 billion. To put that in perspective, Manus launched in March 2025. In 9 months, it went from launch to $100 million in annual recurring revenue to a $2 billion acquisition. Meta confirmed that Manus will continue operating as a standalone product. You can still subscribe and use it exactly as before. The integration into Meta's platforms is a longer-term play. Zuckerberg's stated vision is personal AI that knows you and acts on your behalf. And Manus is the technology that makes that real for billions of people across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. For users of the standalone product, the immediate implication is that Manus now has significantly more resources behind it, which should translate into better reliability, more features, and improved credit economics over time. Here is the bottom line. Manus AI represents the clearest demonstration yet of where AI is genuinely heading. Not chatbots that answer questions, but agents that complete work. The technology is real, commercially validated at massive scale, and now backed by one of the most powerful technology companies in the world. For tasks that require gathering information from multiple sources, synthesizing it, and producing a structured output, research, competitive analysis, content creation, data processing, web automation, Manus is genuinely ahead of anything else you can use today. The credit system requires some planning, and the tool is not perfect on highly complex conditional tasks, but for the right use cases, it feels less like using a tool and more like delegating to a capable assistant. That is Manus AI. If this video helped you understand what the AI agent category actually is, hit the like button. It directly helps more people find this channel, and I want to hear from you. Is there a specific task you would want to hand off to an AI agent? Tell me in the comments because I genuinely want to know what would be most valuable to you. Next up, I am covering the 5 free AI tools every content creator needs right now. Tools that will save you hours every week without costing you a cent. Subscribe so you do not miss it. See you in the next one.